Hi, I'm Ms. Terry from the Crystal Lake Public Library. Welcome to our Earth Day celebration. First up, we have Thank You, Earth by April Pulley Sayre. It's a love letter to our planet, and it's published by Green Willow Books. Thank You, Earth, a love letter to our planet by April Pulley Sayre. Dear Earth, thank you for water and those that float, for slippery seaweed and stone. Thank you for mountains and minerals that strengthen bills and bone. Thank you for air, even fishy whale breath. Thank you for colors and coastlines and beach. Thank you for tiny and towering, for trees and vines that reach. Thank you for curves and prickles and parallels, for patterns, all shapes that repeat. Thank you for leaves and stems and buds, for plant parts we can eat. Thank you for sounds and storms and seasons, for struggles and pale in-betweens. Thank you for rays and radials and overlapping greens. Thank you for jumbles, ingredients for soil, and bright new growth in spring. Thank you for those that crawl. Yes, all, even for those that sting. Thank you for sunsets, for sky room for birds, for edges eyes can roam. Thank you for beginnings, for endings, for lifetimes. Thank you for being our home. And here in the back matter, you can find ways to turn a thank you into action. And that was Thank You, Earth by April Pulley Sayre. I hope you enjoyed Thank You, Earth by April Pulley Sayre. Now I have some more books all about being good to our planet that we have at the Crystal Lake Public Library. One is called Can You Protect the Coral Reefs? And it's a you choose book, so you get to choose where the story goes. And the next book I have is Trash That Trash, Elmo and Abby. It's part of the Go Green with Sesame Street series, and we have several books in that series. And this one, of course, is all about making sure you put litter in its place. The third book I have is called The Tree Lady. The Tree Lady is just a beautifully illustrated book, and it tells a wonderful story. It's the true story of how one tree-loving woman changed a city forever. It's by H. Joseph Hopkins and illustrated by Jill McHenry. Beautiful. Highly recommend that one. The next one I have is called The Last Straw Kids versus Plastics. And I will tell you, on the cover of this book, it says, I encourage everyone to read this book, Dr. Jane Goodall. And you know, if Dr. Jane Goodall suggests and encourages you to read a book, I say, do it. It's by Susan Hood, and it's illustrated by Christiane Engel. The next book I have is Plant a Pocket of Prairie by Phyllis Root. The illustrations are by Betsy Bowen, and it's a book that encourages us all to plant native plants, which will attract butterflies and birds and bees, and we certainly need those, don't we? Next, we have Christine, who is going to tell us all about the McHenry County Conservation District and share some activities you can do to celebrate Earth Day.
Hello, my name is Christine. Welcome to McHenry County Conservation District's portion of the program with Crystal Lake Public Library. The district was created over 50 years ago and cares for over 25,000 acres of land. The mission is to preserve, restore, and manage natural areas and open spaces for their intrinsic value and for the benefits to present and future generations. The three main goals of the district include preservation, which is the process of protecting land from harmful human activities, education, which is the process of teaching new ideas or skills, and recreation, which is the process of enjoying activities outdoors. Earth Day is almost here, and I want to share with you why we celebrate it and how you can help the earth and all the living things on it live healthier lives. I will also tell you some upcoming programs that the district is hosting that you can sign up for. Many are free if you live in McHenry County. Earth Day began because groups of people in the country realized the planet was not being taken care of very well. Air and water pollution was very common before 1970, and many people wanted it to be better for all. So Earth Day was created to show what was happening. Once more people realized that the planet needed more care, they showed their support and even made many positive changes. Over the years, we still see the need to make the earth healthier and also to celebrate the resources and beauty it gives us daily. This day is to remind us we play an important role in the earth's health as we are all a part of it. So today I will show you some ideas of how you can care for and appreciate our earth. And one of my favorite activities is making magazine. So I have a teal one here, and here's an orange one. And I'll show you the supplies you'll need for that. You'll need a pair of scissors, Mod Podge, or a water-based sealer, a paintbrush, sheets of magazines or newspapers of colors that you like. There are several I have here. Toothpicks. I have 3 here. And a container for once where the magazine beads are needing to dry. So what you'll do is actually take one of the cutouts or pieces of magazine and cut triangles lengthwise up and down. And I have some pre-cut right here. And I chose some greens for this example. So here are 2 long pieces of triangles from a magazine page. And then what you'll need to do is paint the Mod Podge onto the triangle pieces. So you want to make sure that the color you want is facing outward as you roll the triangle from the widest part to the thinnest part. So again, you want to start the wide part. So start rolling. You want to make sure that it's tight so that you could put a string through it, maybe a shoelace, piece of yarn, or maybe you have your very own bead set. It has like wire that you can use these for. And as you can see, I'm taking Mod Podge and painting it on the inside. Show you right here. And rolling it as I go, so that the glue is spreading. And every so often, I'm going to paint the outside of the bead too, because you want to make sure it's completely covered so that when you wear it, it has this sealant on it. You're welcome to wear gloves if you feel like that's something you need to have on so your fingers don't get sticky. If you don't mind that. But you do want every so often put the glue over the entire bead, and especially at the very, very end. So wrap this up, spread it around, spread it. Little tiny bead. And I've made plenty in my day, and so these are great gifts for yourself or for someone special in your life. Mother's Day is coming up. That's one gift, one person you could give it to. It's your mother. You could give people just the bead so they could create something, or you can make a necklace or bracelet out of it. And here you go. I'm making sure the Mod Podge is all over like that. And then what you'll need to do is take the toothpick and slide it through the opening of the bead. And it will kind of stick to it a little bit, but not very much. And then you're going to take this container, place it so it's not touching any edges. So I like to do it like this. Leave it to dry for about 20 minutes. And then you'll probably have 20 beads within that 20 minutes, if not more. So those are magazine beads, all right? That's a very fun activity, reusing old magazine pages to make something really creative. Another really fun one, this one is something you could do with your family, is creating a compost. And you could do this in your home if you choose to. I have one in my house actually, and in the wintertime when it's not that warm, and I don't want it inside where there's potentially more issues with mold, I keep it in the garage. But to start off, you would need a container. Yeah, I have a coffee container here. The main ingredients for compost are browns, greens, and water. And composting is recycling matter, organic matter, into natural fertilizer. So compost is organic matter. And you'll take things from your kitchen that you don't use anymore. So maybe you ate a banana, but you have a banana peel left over. That can go in your compost. So you'll put that in your container. So that's the green part. Then maybe you have some veggie tops. Maybe you don't use the tops of carrots. So that can go in your compost. You like apples, but you don't really eat the core of it, right? So that can go in your compost as well. And you also want brown. So you'll add some soil to that. Here's a picture of soil. But you also can add cardboard. You want to make sure it's finely cut or ripped apart so that it could be broken down easier. You could also use shreds of newspaper and place it in your compost. And then of course you'll need some water to pour in, because those microbes in the soil do need that to live. And then you'll leave that over time, and you could put that in your yard, or if you have a larger compost bin, you could put that in your larger compost bin. I wouldn't leave this, I would definitely cover this at the end when you're done placing anything in here. And then when you're ready to dump it, do that within like a week or so that doesn't get stinky in your kitchen. You also can put coffee grounds and tea bags in here. Just watch out for the staples on tea bags. Another fun activity that you could do to celebrate Earth Day, one of my favorites, is to grow plants. And there's a lot of different plants you can grow. I have some vegetables here, specifically tomatoes. You don't need to grow tomatoes, but they're fun to grow because they're pretty quick and can give a lot of fruit to you. And you can use them to make all sorts of stuff. Carrots are really easy too. And they're fun because they're a root. And so you'll pluck them out and have a fresh carrot. You also can plant native plants to celebrate Earth Day. And some of these include really, really bright colored flowers. And here's one of my favorites. It's a cinquefoil. And what do you know? There's a pollinator on it. So not only when you plant native plants, you'll be supporting the local wildlife. And a lot of these look like flies, butterflies, bees, wasps, and even some birds too. There's another one that you'll see plenty of this spring, the violet. And then this is a summer flower, yellow cone flower that you can also plant. So this could be in your yard. You could designate a little area, maybe a couple feet by a couple feet, to plant some native plants. Also, I definitely encourage you to check out our conservation sites. We have many across the county. You can look at our website, mccdistrict.org, to look up different locations and sites that are close to you or maybe far from you that you've never been to. And you just want to keep in mind that you want to keep wildlife safe and plants safe. And to do that, you'll need to stay on the trails, take only photos and leave only footprints, and definitely keep your dogs on a leash and pick up after them if they do go to the bathroom. So all these things keep our conservation sites healthy and safe for the wildlife, plants, and especially you, the people that are visiting too. We have some upcoming programs. One is celebrating Earth Day, and that's actually Saturday, April 23rd at Prairie View Education Center in Crystal Lake. That is 12 to 4 p.m. It's for all ages, and there'll be lots of vendors and activities to do. Be primarily outdoors. So there'll be some some hikes, some guided hikes by our education team, as well as music and food. There's also on April 30th, World Migratory Bird Day at Lost Valley Visitor Center in Glacial Park in Richmond. And that is 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Those are two big special events coming up. And we have a couple other public programs that are happening. Some just next week as well, April 25th, a Monday, after school adventures at Boone Creek. This is for ages 8 to 12. And you could find all these programs on our website as well. And you could register online or call Lost Valley Visitor Center to register your child. There's also on May 7th, a Saturday, a Creek Peak at Keystone Landing from 2:30 to 4 p.m. That's ages 5 and up. So that's a fun one as well. Get to see what critters are in the water. And then last but not least, there is a special creature feature owl pellet program on May 21st at Pleasant Valley from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that is for ages 2 to 6 with an adult. Again, all our programs are on our website at mccdistrict.org. And so you could check those out, register yourself and your child to celebrate Earth Day and the conservation sites. So thanks again for listening, and we hope you enjoyed this Earth Day program.